anime.
Was born into a life where he was considered less than garbage from the moment he existed. Gyutaro was born in the Rashomon riverbank, the lowest part of the Yoshiwara Entertainment District. This was where the unwanted people lived. The sick, the poor, the dying. Bodies were thrown out like trash. It wasn't a place to live. It was a place to be forgotten. His mother was a prostitute who hated him. She tried to kill him multiple times, both before and after he was born. She couldn't afford to feed another mouth, so she attempted to cause a miscarriage while pregnant. When he survived anyway, she continued to abuse him. Gyutaro grew up covered in sores and dirt. People thought he was
crazy when you deep it. All demons have mad sad stories, bro. they all have mad sad stories that kind of didn't give them much of a choice to seek Muzan, to accept Muzan.
Called him ugly, mocked his voice, told him he smelled bad, and avoided him like he was diseased. He survived by eating whatever he could find. Scraps, insects, mice, anything. He had no one to take care of him and no money to buy food. He found a forgotten sickle from a customer and used it to kill small animals for food. He was alone in a place where nobody cared if he lived or died. Eventually, Gyutaro found a use for his appearance. Because he looked scary and intimidating, he became a debt collector. He would threaten people who owed money, and it worked because everyone was afraid of him. For the first time, his ugliness became a tool instead of a curse. Then his sister was born. Her name was Ume, and she was beautiful. Unlike Gyutaro, people actually liked looking at her. Their mother found Ume's appearance creepy and once tried to strangle her, but Gyutaro stopped her.
Yeah, I would have started with the mom, bro. She tweeted.
Point on, he protected
I would have started, bro, with the mom. You gotta go. You gotta go, bro. You bugging the fuck out,
man. From everything, including their own mother.
Damn.
Eventually, their mother died of syphilis, and the two siblings were left on their own. Ume became the one good thing in Gyutaro's life. He was proud of her. He raised her. For the first time, he had something worth living for. Ume grew up to work in the entertainment district. When she turned 13, everything fell apart. A samurai client insulted Gyutaro, and Ume couldn't let it go. She grabbed a hairpin and stabbed the samurai in the eye.
Yeah, you don't do that, bro. Samurais back then had status, my guy.
Blinding him. That decision destroyed both of their lives. As punishment, Ume was tied up and burned alive. Gyutaro wasn't there when it happened. He was out working. When he came back, he found her body barely alive in a ditch, charred and smoking. She was almost dead. While holding his burned sister and screaming in grief, the same samurai appeared behind him and slashed him across the back. But Gyutaro didn't just lie down and die. Even while wounded, he killed the samurai and the brothel madam who had arranged Ume's burning. Then he picked up his...
Bro, that's good, bro. Before I'm dying, I'm bringing you with me. I'm not letting you get away with this. You hurt my family, you gotta die. I don't care what your status, you gotta die, bro.
Sister's charred body and carried
her
what
I liked about this
searching for anyone who would help. Nobody did. Nobody cared. The two of them were ignored everywhere they went. Eventually, Gyutaro collapsed from exhaustion and blood loss. They were left to die like the garbage everyone thought they were. That's when Doma found them. At that time, Doma was upper rank 6. He came across the two siblings on the verge of death. He offered them a way out. He gave them his demon blood, and they became demons themselves. Gyutaro and Ume, now called Daki, climbed the ranks together. They eventually became upper rank 6, sharing the position as a pair. Gyutaro hid inside Daki's body and only came out when she was in danger. Even as demons, he never stopped protecting her. Over the course of more than a century, Gyutaro killed and devoured 15 Hashira. During their final battle against Tanjiro, Zenitsu, Inosuke, and the Sound, Hashira, Tengen Uzui, both siblings were beheaded at the same time. In their final moments, Gyutaro and Daki's souls argued and blamed each other, but Gyutaro told her the truth. He never regretted anything. If he could do it all again, he would still choose to be her brother. His only regret was how Ume turned out because of the way he raised her. They went to hell together, still side by side. Obito Uchiha was...
Fuck? These two are so fucking weird, bro. Obito, can you say Obito suffered much? This man was tweaking, bro. He got crushed by a rock. Alright, after that he was saved by Madara. Then he saw his girl die. And then he didn't suffer much. He just started tweaking out and planning shit with my boy, with Madara. You know what I'm saying?
Manipulated from start to finish. During the Third Great Ninja War...
Yeah, I guess when you think about this. But that's not... He wasn't really tortured, man.
Obito was part of a team with Kakashi Hatake, Rin Nohara, and their sensei Minato Namikaze. On a mission to destroy the Kanabi Bridge, Rin got captured by enemy ninja. Obito insisted on rescuing her, even though Kakashi wanted to complete the mission first. They eventually went after her together.
That's when Kakashi learned his greatest life lesson, bro.
During the rescue, Obito awakened his Sharingan for the first time, but things went bad fast. released. A cave started collapsing, and Obito pushed Kakashi out of the way of a falling boulder. The rock crushed the entire right side of his body. Knowing he was going to die, Obito
Gave his
told Rin to
Sharingan.
transplant his left Sharingan into Kakashi's damaged eye socket as a gift. He wanted Kakashi to see the future he never would. Everyone thought Obito died that day, but he didn't.
He didn't.
Madara Uchiha had been watching and sent a white Zetsu to pull Obito out of the rubble. Madara brought him to an underground hideout and used Hashirama Senju
The
cells to
Hashirama
rebuild the
cells.
destroyed half of his body. Obito was alive, but he was trapped. His new body wasn't strong enough yet, and Madara kept him in that cave for a long time while he recovered. Obito's only goal was to get back to his friends, especially Rin. He trained hard to rebuild his
That's
strength.
his biggest problem, bro. Like, this man was too deep into that shit, bro. You was too deep into that girl, bro. This man tweaking.
When he finally sensed that Rin and Kakashi were in danger, he
And
broke
turns out the whole shit was orchestrated by these
out of the
people.
cave and rushed to save them. He arrived just in time to watch Kakashi's hand go through Rin's chest. What
Chill. She runs into that shit.
Obito didn't know was that the entire thing was set up by Madara. The hidden mist had captured Rin and sealed the three tails inside her. They planned for her to lose control once she returned to the Leaf Village, destroying it from within. Rin
This
figured out the
Madara
plan.
is a
She couldn't remove
dickhead, bro. that when he said that, I was like, bro, why you telling him this, bro? You don't need to do this. I was like, God damn, why you don't need to do this, bro?
the seal herself, so she chose to die instead. When
Yeah,
Kakashi tried to attack an enemy ninja with his Chidori, Rin
But he already knew that, though. He already knew that she ran into the Shidori. Cause he said it, that he knew, that he didn't blame Kakashi or anything. He just said that this word is shit.
jumped in front of it on
Because
purpose.
she died.
Obito saw none of that context. All he saw
No, he knew that part. That part he knew it.
was
Well,
the
he
guy
got to learn. He learned it after, but the part about Madara orchestrating and all that he didn't know. But that she ran into the Shidori, she knew.
he
He
trusted
knew.
killing the girl he loved. That moment broke him completely. He slaughtered every enemy ninja in the area using his
When he learned about it, he literally said it. I know she threw herself into it. It's just that a word without her, it's not making sense. This word is shit.
new wood style abilities. From
crazy,
that point
bro.
on, he believed the world was nothing but suffering. Madara had planned everything, and now Obito was exactly where he wanted him. Obito agreed to carry out Madara's Eye of the Moon plan. He spent the next
Just say millions, kill me.
several years working in the
that shit
shadows,
crazy.
eventually
Eye
taking
of the
on the
Moon.
identity of Tobi and manipulating the Akatsuki from behind the scenes. He was responsible for the Nine Tails attack on the Hidden Leaf, which killed Minato and Kushina.
His
He started
sensei.
the Fourth Great Ninja War. The worst part is that Obito never got the full truth until it was too late. He only learned how badly he had been used after fighting Naruto and the allied shinobi forces. By the time he
No, he
finally
learned that after Madara took it from him. During the fight, he
turned
didn't
against
know.
Madara and tried to make things right, he was already dying. He sacrificed himself to protect Naruto and Kakashi from Kaguya's attack, using his body as a shield. Dabi's real name is Toya Todoroki, and he was
Dabi. Okay.
the firstborn
I-
son of Enji and Rei Todoroki. Endeavor didn't marry Rei out of love. He specifically
He
chose
wanted
her
power.
because of her ice quirk. His plan was to have children who could inherit both fire and ice, creating a hero powerful enough to surpass all might. This was called a quirk marriage. Toya was born with a fire quirk, and not just
But this guy, bro, did his sister warned him? Like, mad people warned him to not do this. The mad people told him to stop doing shit, and he still went ahead and did it, bro. I don't even know if you can completely blame Endeavor for this, because this guy,
any
bro, he
fire
was
quirk.
not
His
listening.
flames burned hotter than Endeavor's. They were blue, which meant they reached higher temperatures than his father's orange hell flame. On paper, Tuya should have been exactly what Endeavor wanted, but there was a problem. Tuya inherited his mother's body constitution. Rei's family had ice-based quirks, meaning
Which
their bodies
means-
were resistant to cold, not heat. Tuya's
Yeah.
body couldn't handle his own flames. Every time he used his quirk, he burned himself.
And he
Endeavor
kept using
trained
it.
Tuya hard at first, but once he realized Tuya's body would never survive the power he was born with, he gave up on him. He stopped training Tuya and shifted all his attention to creating another child
Todoroki.
who could handle both quirks. That child ended up being Shoto. Tuya didn't take this well. He was desperate for his father's approval. He kept training on his own, even though Endeavor told him to stop. He wanted to prove he was still worth something. He wanted his
God, you know what? I genuinely feel bad for what happened to him, because yeah, all of this, but he was warned many times to stop doing it, bro. They
father
kept
to look at
telling him
again.
stop
One day
doing
on
this.
Sekoto Peak, Tuya pushed himself too far. His flames spiraled out of control. and he was caught in an uncontrollable blaze. The fire was so intense that the Todoroki family believed he had died. His body was never found. But
Nah,
Tuya didn't die.
he
Survived in
lived.
critical condition and fell into a coma that lasted around 3 years. When he finally woke up, his body was destroyed. Most of his skin was burned beyond repair. He was being kept alive, but no one from his family came looking for him. Tuya eventually
I
escaped.
thought he was dead, bro. This man, bro.
He discovered that his family had moved on without him. Endeavor kept climbing the hero rankings. Shoto kept being groomed as the perfect successor. To Toya, it was like he never existed at all. That's when Tuya Todoroki died for real, and Dabi was born. Dabi's body is covered in purple, dead skin held together by surgical staples. The burns destroyed his nerve
You
endings.
know, that's what I'm saying. This guy, you can't really feel bad for him. Because, yeah, you can feel bad in a way because, you know, it was Endeavor's ambitions and expectation towards him that pushed him to pushing himself because he was kind of put aside all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, bro, they warned you. You can't keep doing this. His sister was like, bro, stop doing it. This mess. He still went ahead and
Though
did
he
it,
can't
bro.
feel pain in most of his body. Every time he uses his quirk, he damages himself even more. His body is literally falling apart. He joined the League of Villains with one goal: destroy Endeavor. Not just kill him, but ruin everything
I don't know,
he built.
bro.
His family, his legacy, his reputation as a hero. During the Paranormal Liberation War, Dabi revealed the truth to the entire country on live broadcast. He told everyone who he really was, exposed Endeavor's abusive past, and showed the world what the #1 hero had done to his own family. In his final battle against Shoto, Dabi pushed his flames beyond their limit. He didn't care if he died. He was ready to take Shoto down with him just to hurt Endeavor one last time. Tuya Todoroki spent his whole life burning, and he never stopped. Doflamingo was
even as he was dying, he said, "I hate you." That shit was like, damn. Endeavor, you messed up, but at the same time, he messed up too. This was a two-way situation.
born a celestial dragon.
This man deserved it. I would say it once more. This man deserved it. He 100% deserved it, bro. From the jump, this man was mad racist. He was like, bro, when they descended, yeah, his dad was stupid for doing this, because the way the celestial dragons treated normal, regular people, he should have known this was not a good idea. You know what I'm saying? But man, this nigga he fucked it all up. It was actually going well until he decided to open his goddamn mouth.
Dragon,
Bro,
also
this
known
guy
as
is
a world
crazy.
noble. These are the descendants of the 20 kings who founded the world government 800 years ago. They live in Marijois, high above the rest of the world, and are treated like gods. They can do whatever they want to regular people. Kill them, enslave them, anything. And no one can stop them because the world government protects them completely. Doflamingo grew up in that world. He thought it was normal for people to kneel when he walked by. He thought humans were beneath him because that's what he was taught. Then his father,
This guy.
Don Quixote Homing, made a choice that destroyed everything. Homing believed that celestial dragons were still human and should live among regular people.
They are humans. They just think they're not. You know what I'm saying? They just think they're not, even though they are. And Doflamingo was the pinnacle of this goofy ass society called of celestial dragon, bro. It was putting him there was, if it was only him, his wife, and the little brother, they would have been good. Doflamingo ruined it all. He's the
He
one
gave
that
up his family's status
fucked
and moved
up
them out of
everybody.
Mariajois to live a normal life in a northern country. Doflamingo was 8 years old. His younger brother Rocinante was even younger. Homing was naive. He thought people would accept them. He was wrong.
Yeah, he was naive, but you can't blame him. He was a truly kind person. He never treated humans badly, you know what I'm saying? It's just that he was a celestial dragon.
moment the commoners found out the family used to be celestial dragons, everything changed. Years of hatred came out. Regular people had suffered under world nobles for generations. They had been enslaved, humiliated, and killed for fun.
Yeah.
Now they had a chance to get revenge, and they took it. The family was hunted. An angry mob burned down their manor and chased them out. They were forced to live in a rundown shack near a garbage dump. They had to eat rotten food just to survive. Doflamingo's mother got sick during this time. There was no medicine, no help. She died from the illness while they were on the run. Homing tried to contact the celestial dragons in Marijois, begging
But
them
they-
to at least take back his wife and
they
children.
wouldn't
They
want it.
refused. They told him a decision once made cannot be reversed and to never contact them again. It got worse. Doflamingo, Rocinante, and Homing were eventually captured by an angry mob. The mob didn't just want them dead, they wanted them to suffer. The three of them were strung up and tortured. Rocinante,
You can't
still
even
just a
blame
small
these
child,
people
begged
because celestial dragons are really trash people, bro. The way they be acting and treating people, bro, is crazy out there.
for the pain to stop. He pleaded to die because he couldn't take it anymore.
When Luffy punched that celestial dragon, oh my god, the way I felt like I was like what? I was like maybe 12, 13. I felt like 50 years of frustration going away.
Anyway, but
That
Doflamingo was
moment
different.
was peak satisfaction, my guy.
Even while being tortured, he didn't beg. He didn't cry. He shouted at the mob that he would survive, and when he
And
got
he
down,
used
he would
that
kill every
Haoshu
last
no
one of them.
Haki.
Even the mob was shocked by the hatred coming from a child. All three survived the torture, but Doflamingo was already broken. He blamed his father for everything. If Homing had just stayed in Mariajoa, none
Nah, we can basically blame you though, Flamingo. You open your mouth too much. Yes, we can blame him, but most of the fault was Doflamingo's. Because why did he have to open his mouth,
of
bro?
this would have happened. His mother would still be alive. He wouldn't have been tortured by people he once thought were beneath him. At some point after, Doflamingo met 4 people who would become his most loyal followers: Trebo, Virgo, Pica, and Diamante. When another mob
Diamantes.
tried to attack him, Doflamingo awakened his conqueror's haki. The blast of willpower knocked out everyone around him. Trebo was impressed. He believed Doflamingo was chosen by heaven. He gave Doflamingo 2 gifts: the Ito Ito no Mi, a devil
my
fruit
God.
that let him control strings, and a pistol to exact his revenge. At the age of 10, Doflamingo used that pistol
And he shot his
did this,
father, bro.
shoot
That's
his father in the
crazy.
head. Rocinante cried and begged him not to do it. Doflamingo didn't care. He took his father's head. He brought the head back to Mariajoa,
That
hoping
is
the other
wild.
celestial dragon
Who the fuck would accept you for this? After you kill your own father, bro? God, get the
would
fuck
see
out
it
of
as
here. You
proof of
bugging.
loyalty. He thought killing the man who betrayed their status would earn him his place back among the gods. They rejected him. To them, Doflamingo was the son of a traitor. He had lived among commoners. He was tainted. The gates stayed closed.
That's
That
crazy,
rejection finalized everything. Doflamingo now hated everyone. He hated the commoners who tortured him. He hated the celestial dragons who abandoned him. He hated his father for putting him in that position. And he hated the world that allowed all of it to happen. But Doflamingo didn't leave Mariajoa empty-handed. He learned of a national treasure hidden there, a secret so important that he could use it to blackmail the world government for the rest of his life. He became a pirate and built his own kingdom. Trebo,
Yeah,
Virgo,
I mean-
Pica, and Diamante swore to make him the next pirate king. They burned down entire
Until Luffy came. Got his ass beat, spun the block back, and
towns
beat
for
his
him
ass.
over the smallest offenses. 10 years before the main story,
The
Doflamingo took
Dressrosa accident was wild, bro. That's
over Dressrosa,
crazy.
the kingdom his ancestors once ruled before they became celestial dragons. He manipulated the previous king into looking like a murderer, then swooped in as a hero. He ruled the country for 10 years through fear and manipulation. He sold
What a
weapons to fuel
dickhead,
wars
bro.
across the world. He didn't want peace. He wanted chaos.
Turned
Doflamingo
people
once said he
into
wanted to destroy
toys.
the entire
Oh my
world. After
God.
everything he went through, he meant it. Isabella wasn't born evil. She was created by the system that destroyed her. Everything she
I
did
haven't watched
was a
this.
direct
I haven't watched this. Promise Neverland. I think I watched like the first episode, but I didn't continue it. I don't know.
result of the trauma she experienced as a child and the impossible choice she was forced to make just to survive. Isabella grew up at Grace Field House, one of
Okay.
the premium farms where human
Yeah,
children
I know this. I know
are
this.
raised as
I don't know this, but I know the place. But I don't know why they were all there.
high quality food for demons. But she didn't know that at first.
So
Like
there's demons in the world.
all the
okay.
kids there, she thought it was just an orphanage. She believed the children who got adopted were going to
Were
loving
going
families.
leaving.
She had a best
Yo,
friend
when I
named
saw the kid dead, bro, I was like, nah, I can't watch this. And she was so happy about getting adopted. Then you see her die. I was like, bro, get me out of here. I dropped that shit quick, bro.
Leslie. He was a boy she deeply cared about, possibly loved. Leslie was a talented musician who composed the lullaby that Isabella would remember for the rest of her life. One day, Leslie was chosen for adoption. He was shipped out. Isabella never saw him again. At some point, Isabella discovered the truth. She found out that the orphanage was a farm, that demons existed, and that Leslie had been killed and eaten. The lullaby he wrote was all she had left of him. She kept it in her heart for years.
So
When
there are demons, and these places are farms where they farm children for demons to eat. All
Isabella
right.
got old enough, she was given a choice. She could either become a mom, a caretaker who raises children for the demons, or she could be shipped out and eaten like everyone else. There was no
Yeah,
third option. Isabella chose to live. Becoming a mom meant she had to give birth to a child. That child would be taken from her and raised at one of the farms as livestock.
Who was her
Isabella's
child?
son was Ray. She didn't know Ray was her child
Oh, deadass. I really like this kid too.
first. But one day, when Ray was still very young, he hummed Leslie's lullaby. That song was something only Leslie and Isabella knew. Ray had inherited the memory of hearing it in the womb.
Nah.
Isabella realized
Do I
that
have to read this? This shit kind of crazy. But it's cruel. That's my biggest problem. God damn. I can't handle that cruel shit. When I'm watching To Your Eternity, I can feel my heart hurting, bro. It's so bad.
And that Ray
it's
was
so
her
bad. My heart starts to hurt, bro. God
biological
damn
son,
it.
and she had been raising him as a meat for demons this whole time. Ray also figured out the truth. He had a rare condition where he retained memories from infancy, so he remembered things most children forget. He knew Isabella was his mother. He knew about the farm, and he kept it secret for years, playing both sides. Isabella
What?
spent years at Gracefield House, sending children she genuinely cared for to their deaths. She wasn't heartless. She loved those kids, but she had already made her choice. Every shipment was another
I
piece of her
guess.
humanity breaking off. She couldn't save them, so she did her job and stayed alive. When Emma, Norman, and Ray discovered the truth and tried to escape, Isabella did everything she could to stop them. Not because she hated them, but because escape meant death, and stopping them was her role in the system. She had been broken so completely that she couldn't even imagine freedom anymore. Johann Liebert's suffering started before he was even born. He and his twin
Johann?
sister Anna were the result of a eugenics experiment run by a man named Franz Bonaparte. The goal was to create a child with perfect intelligence, flawless looks, and the ability to lead humanity. Their mother,
Yeah.
Vera Cherna, escaped from the program and
Did that work out well? Man, not at all.
went into
That didn't
hiding
go well at all. You created a monster.
with the twins at an apartment building called the Three Frogs in Prague. To keep her children hidden, the mother dressed both twins identically as girls. This
Yeah.
way, people would think she only had one child instead of twins. But Bonaparte eventually found them. In 1981, he and his assistant showed up and demanded that one of the twins be taken to a place called the Red Rose Mansion for further experimentation. The mother was forced to choose which child to give up. She first handed over Johann, but then changed her mind and gave up Anna instead. Johann was left alone at the Three Frogs while his sister was taken away. This moment scarred Johann for the rest of his life. He never knew if his mother was trying to protect him or if she simply couldn't tell him apart from his sister. That uncertainty about whether he was even the right twin became a wound that never healed. While waiting alone, Johann read a
Yeah.
picture book called The Nameless Monster, written by Bonaparte himself. At the Red Rose Mansion, Anna witnessed something horrifying. Bonaparte poisoned over 40 people at a gathering to cover up the experiment.
Yeah.
Anna escaped and ran back to the Three Frogs, where she told Johann everything she had seen. Johann listened to every detail of her trauma. Over time, he absorbed her memories so completely that he began to believe he was the one who had experienced them.
Y'all is a fucking monster, bro. That man is dangerous, bro.
This
God
is where his
damn.
identity confusion comes from. He
That
couldn't separate
experiment was successful. They created an intelligent man with good looks and all that, but he fucked up mentally, bro.
his own memories from hers anymore. Their mother briefly returned and told them they would have to survive on their own. The twins burned down the Three Frogs and fled. During their journey, Johann began killing the people who tried to help them. He murdered foster parents and
That was
others who
so-
showed them kindness.
I really didn't understand why he did that. Then I remember he's a psychopath. What he does doesn't make sense.
This was before he ever set foot in Kinderheim 511. Johann was already showing signs of being deeply disturbed. The twins eventually collapsed from exhaustion near the Czech-German border. A patrol officer named Helmut Wolf found them and saved their lives. He named the boy Johann and the girl Anna based on the storybook he found in Johann's bag. Wolf sent them to separate orphanages. Anna went to orphanage 47. Johann was sent to Kinderheim 511. Kinderheim 511 was not a normal orphanage. It was a secret East German facility designed to create perfect soldiers. The staff used psychological torture to erase the children's identities. They were manipulated, pitted against each other,
And they created an even bigger monster. The nigga was already fucked up, and they fucked him up more. This man got everything he needed to become the perfect monster, bro.
stripped of any
That shit
emotional
crazy.
connections.
And the name of the anime is Monster. You know what I'm saying?
The goal was to break them down completely and rebuild them as obedient weapons. Johann went through the system, but according to one of the staff members, Kinderheim 511 didn't create Johann. The experiments couldn't have produced someone like him. He was
No.
already something else entirely
Yeah,
before he
from the
arrived.
jump.
What Johann did at Kinderheim 511 proved this. He manipulated both the children and the staff so effectively that they turned on each other. The situation spiraled into chaos. Instructors and directors started killing one another. 50 people died in the
Yo,
violence
this
and the
guy.
fire that followed. Johann sat and watched the massacre unfold. He was one of the only survivors. After Kinderheim 511 was destroyed, the twins were reunited and adopted by a couple named the Lieberts. They moved to West Germany. But Johann killed his new foster
Yep,
parents.
there you
When
go.
Anna discovered the truth, she shot him in the head. This is how Dr. Kenzo Tenma enters the story. He was the surgeon who saved Johann's life. But what Tenma saved was someone who had already been shaped by years of trauma, manipulation, and violence.
What? Manipulation and violence? What the fuck manipulation? This man was crazy from the jump. He was crazy from the jump, bro. He's the one manipulating everybody. And Tenma, bro, yeah, you fucked up. Some people, They got a bullet one in the head for a reason. You leave them there.
As an
You know what I'm
adult,
saying?
Johan became one of the most dangerous killers in anime. His philosophy is rooted in nihilism. He believes life has no meaning. He once
Yeah.
said that most of the universe is just death, and that most lives are just specks gone in a flash. He doesn't kill for pleasure or power in any normal sense. He often
That's what
prefers
makes him scary, bro.
to destroy people psychologically, driving them to suffering or S-word rather than killing them directly. If you like this video,
This man, Johan, bro, he was bugging through the whole show. And then they be talking like, yeah, he was created by his condition. No, he wasn't. He was fucked up from the jump, bro. This man was fucked up from the very beginning of the shit, man. I don't know, bro. Yes, his circumstances did create an even bigger monster, but from the jump, he was already fucked up. He was fucked up from the jump. Then the circumstances, what happened further on made him fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest, this man was already fucked up, then they made him even more fucked up. That's what really happened.